Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Market Update podcast, where we'll be discussing on data centers. I'm your host, Saurabh Shashidharan, Customer Success Manager for AIC Advisory Group India. Today, we are diving into the infrastructure backbone of the digital world, data centers. Joining with me is our expert analyst, Hemanth. Hello, Hemanth.
Hi, Saurabh.
So, Hemanth, let's start with the hottest topic, the immense impact of generative AI. So, how is this technology reshaping the operational requirement for data center?
Yes, Saurabh. It's completely reshaping the market. The rise of generative AI is introducing huge challenges for data managers, primarily through an increased complexity due to a surge in data volume. Fundamentally, this technology demands infrastructure capable of rapid processing capabilities that must match the pace of technological advancements. Operationally, this translates into rigorous infrastructure demands for ultra low latency and significantly higher fiber count. You get it right?
Yeah, so that means intense heat and power requirements, right? So
Yes.
in that manner, how are data center physically coping up with the supporting these dense AI intensive workloads? Like what are the technological upgrades we are seeing in cooling and battery systems?
Okay. Uh, there are actually quite some immense advancements happening in this space. Data centers are strategically deploying hybrid cooling approaches to handle that high density heat and support AI workloads. Next generation cooling includes using both active rear door and liquid cooling solutions designed specifically to extract rack heat separately from each rack. On the power side, there is a strategic evolution happening in power backup. We are seeing a definite shift away from the traditional valve regulated lead acid batteries towards industrial lithium ion batteries, which provide a longer life and crucially reduced cooling needs. We are also seeing resilience improved through IoT-driven systems providing real-time alerts for temperature and humidity, factoring in multiple climate risks like droughts, floods, etc.
Right, Eamon. Like it sounds pretty fascinating, but all these advanced systems need power, and power is becoming a critical constraint. I hope you agree with that also. So, like, what
Yes,
are the major power challenges data center are facing, and what solutions are emerging?
this is actually the biggest challenge right now. Power is the primary roadblock to expanding capacity of data centers at the speed of the internet. The industry is facing a supply crunch due to increasing competition for electricity from different industries like advanced manufacturing, electric vehicle infrastructure, etc. This pressure is immense. The European Commission, for instance, estimates a 60% rise in electricity consumption by 2030, which is huge. To tackle this, we are seeing strategic partnerships forming between utilities and independent power producers. There's also a heavy investment in renewable energy breakthroughs, particularly in long duration storage, which utilizes technologies ranging from advanced and flow batteries to compressed air, pumped hydro, and hydrogen.
Thank you, Hemant, for answering the question. So, beyond the technical and resources hurdles, how are global political and regulatory factors, such as demand for digital sovereignty, impacting investment uh, and the growth in the data center market?
Hmm, that's an interesting question, Saurabh. Geopolitical factors are a huge driver for that impacts the data center market dynamics. Due to a variety of reasons, digital sovereignty has become a mandate across the globe. This requires data and process to remain within specific national boundaries, which presents multiple challenges to global growth. Regulatory pressures such as energy efficiency regulations, alongside disturbances in geopolitically sensitive regions like Ukraine, also possesses hurdles. However, these constraints also create opportunity. Emerging markets that offer favorable local regulations, abundant construction labor, and robust renewable energy expansion can effectively attract data center operators and investors from across the globe.
Right, Eamon. Like, finally, I would like to ask one more important question that's regarding cost. Like, with this explosive demand and limited supply, how are market dynamics, the supply demand imbalance, and the requirement for extreme density translating into rising operational costs for businesses?
Got it. This is the most important question to ask, Saurabh. The imbalance between the supply and demand for data center space is a core challenge, which inevitably results in increasing operational costs for businesses. Data centers are trying to expand capacity at the speed of the internet, as I told previously. But meeting modern workload requirements demands far more complex infrastructure, specifically a greater number of ports and a denser fiber optic network. This necessary push for higher density and rapid deployment, when combined with the rising competition for electricity, contributes directly to the overall rising costs of capacity.
Right, Eamon. So, in conclusion, if we see the market has a high competitive toll road, like the new generative AI traffic is heavy and fast, demanding ultra smooth multi lane highways, but the crews are still struggling to lay new lanes while competing for electricity. Hemant, that really explains the rising operational cost. Thank you for the deep dive information. And thank you for joining this podcast as well. To our audience, once again, thank you for tuning into the podcast. We hope today's insight gave you a clear view of the rapidly evolving data center landscape. For more information, please visit our website www.arcweb.com and stay connected, stay curious, and we will see you in the next episode. Thank you, Hemant.
Thank you, Saurabh. It's my pleasure.